scoreboard. Correct. Can't see Jack. There we go. I can't tell if I'm on. Like, bro, I didn't want to start it now, but here it is. Here I am live. Okay, so I am on. Okay. With the mic backwards. Welcome to another edition of me covering random games. I'm Dr. Delay, and today, it's funny. I will cover the Oklahoma-Iowa game. Whenever it starts, I really wasn't preparing to do it now, but I did get late starting everything up, editing a video, and then just rushing to get this done in time. So, yeah, we're kind of just going to wait and chill for a little bit. Again, I wanted to start at 3 o'clock, but I was not gifted such a luxury. Can't tell what's going on again. I apologize. I believe everything's good. But yeah, so I just actually got to see the ending of the Texas Illinois match, and wasn't really close. So Texas looking to play Tennessee in the Sweet 16. Notre Dame advancing to play TCU. Now, I don't know how many people are actually going to be here and how many people, whatever, it doesn't really matter. I will try to pull up my bracket because I did fill out one for the women's as well. It's not just the men's, but the women's too. It's an Anakin reference right there. Yeah, jeez. All right. Look at me go. Look, I mean, it's pretty easy. The trick is for women. Now, not saying it's pretty easy, like I just said. Just pretty much go chalk almost every time, you know. I pick Georgia Tech there, but for the most part, it's going to be chalk. Not really many upsets. I mean, Oregon 10-7. That's not really that huge. I picked Mississippi State again. You just pick a random 9 or 8 or whatever. Again, 10/7. It's not really a big deal. It's kind of like the 9 and 8, so not really much. I think I did pick like a 5. Again, it's the same thing. Or I picked Kansas State. I remember I picked Kansas State. But yeah, for the most part, just pick chalk, and you're going to be perfectly fine. I picked Baylor because of the historical thing, and yeah, obviously they didn't do anything. And I think I actually picked I picked Iowa, I believe, because of the historical, you know, they've been good recently. So, but yeah, pretty much just go chalk, and you should be fine with the women's. I don't expect to get anybody, honestly, today, but we're going to just do our thing. Again, I didn't really want to start this early, but here I am, just kind of waiting as they discuss the recent matchup that was just on Texas and Illinois. Texas winning by 17 again. Chalk is the way to go, pretty much. If you want to get close to the top, you know, the leaderboard, just go chalk in women's. It's just the way it is. I don't think many people. I don't know. I was looking at some of the. I don't think it's here, but on the ESPN app, the fantasy app, you'd see some people's picks, and it's just like, what the heck were you doing? When it comes down to picking women's, it's pretty simple. So, but yeah, we're just kind of waiting now, and I don't really see a tip-off time either, and that's so frustrating. I wasn't really forward to starting this right now. We'll see what happens. All right, looks like they're going over some highlights here so I can narrate the best I can. NC State up early, 18-9 in the first quarter, and that make it 21-9, 23-9. Oh, they're just having a good time against Michigan State, the number 2 seed, just pretty much blowing past the number 7 seed. That wasn't even, well, It is what it is. NC State just running away with it. And yeah, they're up 71-36 in the fourth quarter. They win 83-49. So that's cool. So I guess it's home games for the early rounds. That's interesting. NC State 34-point win was the largest in NCAA tournament history for them. They won 15 3-pointers. Isaiah James 26 points, 6 3-pointers. As NC State will await the winner of Florida State and LSU. That'll happen later tonight. Also on their side, UCLA and Ole Miss. And then on the bottom half of their side, Kansas State's already moved on. USC, apparently that's a popular pick in the women's division to win it all. They are on their side as well. We're just kind of waiting and chilling right now. I don't really think there's another game on. Can't provide you there. The rest of the games are going on tonight. You have one, actually, well, that's the one we're about to cover, the Iowa-Oklahoma game. South Dakota State and UConn at 7 o'clock Central Time. USC-Mississippi at 9 o'clock Central Time. Florida State and LSU at 5 o'clock. West Virginia, North Carolina at 6 o'clock. Alabama and Maryland, so we'll be able to give you some updates there by we as in me, because it's a one-man show, I guess. 4 o'clock start time. So, again, we'll just be waiting here and hopefully start on time. Matchup predictor has a 72% chance. Oklahoma winning over Iowa State. You know, Iowa, again, they did lose Caitlin Clark last year, or this past year. You know, she went to the massive loss there. They started off pretty strong, racking up early wins. Did lose to Tennessee. Tennessee's got a good seed. Michigan State, as we just saw, they made the tournament. They did lose, though. They went on a very poor stretch there. Maryland, Illinois, Indiana, Nebraska, Oregon, all getting the better of the Hawkeyes. Then they went on a nice little run there at the end before losing to Ohio State and UCLA. Then in the Big Ten tournament, they went 3 rounds deep before losing to Ohio State by 1 point. Compare that to last year's again. They were pretty good last year. Lost in the national championship a year prior. Oh no, that's the postseason. Well, they did. They were back-to-back losses. Beat LSU. Had a nice little trip. Just couldn't get it done in the final. Yeah, a really good regular. Winning the big. They're not quite at their peak. I think that's fair to say. Let's look at Oklahoma's schedule this year. Starting off strong as most teams do, and then they fell to Duke in a very high-scoring game, 999. Losing to Texas, which we just saw. They got a number 1 seed in this tournament. Then they lost to Mississippi State, lost to South Carolina, LSU, Kentucky. A lot of quality opponents in the SEC. Definitely a powerhouse conference in basketball, especially in women's. I know the men's has been picking up lately. Yeah, Oklahoma looks like a pretty good team, so we'll see what happens. As we await, okay, they are actually making their way. Their coverage is making their way to Norman, Oklahoma. Again, I guess this is breaking news to me, but I guess the first 2 rounds of the NCAA women's tournaments are played at the Better Seeds location. That will be Oklahoma today. Oklahoma, again, they are a 3 seed coming in with a 26-7 record as they host Iowa, the Iowa Hawkeyes, with a 23-10 record, as they are a 6 seed. The winner will play the winner of tonight's matchup between South Dakota State and number 2 UConn. So South Dakota State, one of the rare non-chalk winners. Again, most of the time in NCAA women's tournaments, it's usually chalk. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Well, I pretty much went chalk the whole way, and I'm pretty much right up there. I didn't listen to myself there. Obviously, 10s and 7s are kind of like 8 and 9s. But, yeah, it's just pretty much chalk the whole way. If you're favorited, you're pretty much going to win. That's pretty much how it goes. As they show Lucy Olson, 10 assists in the last game, and they're showing Oklahoma here. Reagan Beers, season high 18 rebounds in the first round against FGCU. I'm not sure who that is, but I've heard of him. Lucy Olson, does she join the Fever? Her Iowa teammate, Caitlin Clark. Or alumni, they might never have been teammates, who knows. But Iowa in all black, Oklahoma in all white as we get ready for tip-off. And it looks like Iowa will win the tip-off. Here is Olson, who is the only person I know, and then there's Beers. Here's Olson with the 2 jump shot. That's going to be off the mark, rebounded by Beers. Beers hands it off to her teammate there. Number 2 passes it cross court. Number 6 with it, passing to number 12. Beers calling for it, doesn't see her. Here's number 24 now passing to 2. Number 2 passing in the corner. 6 taking it up, and she gets the nice 2. As I switch over to the box score so I can get the names down. Quicker the better here. Here is Iowa. Here's Olson. Passes underneath to number 45, Iowa. Nice moves, but not even close off the glass. There's a 3-pointer. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Beers. Beers passing it to number 12 of Oklahoma. Stolen away by Iowa. Now there's a foul by number 24 of Oklahoma. So it's going to be Iowa ball. Iowa, again, they are not the favorite as they lost Caitlin Clark last year here. Here's Olson taking underneath. She seems to be doing pretty good in taking her spot. Here's Oklahoma playing fast. 2-2. Oh, deflected. Iowa with the steal. Number 4 bounces it inside. Oklahoma saves it, but for Iowa, number 4 passing it to 2. Saw her too late. Here's back to Olson. Back to number 3. Corner 3 for number 4. Oh, and she sees it and she gets it. 5-2. Iowa with the lead at the moment. Oklahoma passing it around. Here's Beers. Beers going to alley-oop it. Oh, it's an alley-oop layup. She misses the layup but gets her own rebound. Angel Reese style. 5-4. Here is number 2. Passing to Olson. Olson going to take a 3. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Beers. Passing it off to number 12. Or 12. Almost loses the ball. Number 2 pass to Beers. Or no, that's not Beers. That is number 34. Misses the wide open 3. As they show the Oklahoma coach, that's her. She's reached the NCAA tournament in each of her first 4 seasons. So a lot of consistency there. Olson taking it, passing it. Number 45. Here's 3. Number 3 looking. Passes to 4. Heavily contested 3. Oh, and she gets it. Okay. She's feeling it right now. 2 threes there. Wide open. That pass was way over Beer's head. 8-4 is your score. They are showing Jan Jensen. It's her first season as Iowa head coach. Her 25th season on the Iowa head coaching staff. So big shoes to fill again. I guess the previous coach hadn't moved on. I have no idea what's going on there. But they've made it to back-to-back championships. Granted, they lost. Here's Olsen, turnaround jumper. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Oklahoma. Number 24 passes to number 12. Number 12 pounding it inside to number 6. Off the mark. Number 6 trying to get the ball back. Passing to number 2 of Iowa. Olsen. Olsen looking. Passes inside. Nice pass. An even better shot by number 45 of Iowa. Hannah Stuelka. And there is a timeout, Oklahoma. Oh, wait, no, there's a foul. Foul on Beers. I thought it was a stoppage of play. I mean, I'm used to all the media timeouts. I hate them so much, but it is what it is. Oklahoma already with 4 turnovers. You can see, again, Iowa may not be as good. May have lost their star player, but they look like they've been here before. And some of them probably have. Number 3 passing it to number 4 of Iowa. Number 4 passes to number 2. Here's Olsen. Olsen looking, going inside. Oh, she misses the layup, gets the rebound. Oh, pass was off the mark there, stolen by Oklahoma. Oklahoma looking. Here's number 12. Passes inside to 24. She's going to turn around jumper. Oh, that would have been a really nice shot. It's off the mark. Floater here to number 2. Number 2 of Iowa going left to right on your YouTube screen. Here's number 4 passing it to number 3. Passes it back to Olsen. Olsen looking. Finds number 2. Pounding it inside to Stuelka. Stuelka passes it cross court to 4. 4 driving it inside. She gets the bucket and the foul. Oh, an offensive foul. So there's a foul on Stuelke. I'm confused on how Stuelke did anything wrong there. And they are not going to... I don't think they are counting the basket. And the new head coach can't believe it either. They have waved off the basket. Interesting stuff there. Oklahoma with it here. Oh, passes inside. Oh, a lot of contact. No foul. Blocked. Oklahoma still has possession. Wild pass. Passing it wildly again across court. Here's the 3. Oh, it's a brick. Didn't even hit the rim. Rebounded by Stuelke of Iowa. Here is Olsen. Olsen finds Stuelke. Here's number 3 of Iowa. Iowa finds Olsen. Passes to Stuelke. Stuelke. Take it. Oh, it's stolen away by Oklahoma. Number 3. Nice spin move by number 3. And she gets the layup. 10-6 now. Iowa with just a 4-point advantage. That was Zaya Van. Nice steal there by Van of Oklahoma. Here's Olsen. She's going to take a 3. And she can't answer it. Rebounded by number 34 of Oklahoma. Oklahoma bringing it up. Here's number 12. Passes to 34. 2 passes back to Van of Oklahoma. Number 24. Here's 15. Pounding it inside. 34 with the mid-range shot. Nice shot. Nothing but net there for number 34, Liz Scott. I'll try to get the names down, I promise. Here is Olsen. Olsen passes to number 4. Number 4 passes. Stuelke. Stuelke's pass is off the mark and out of bounds. And we are heading to a media timeout. 10-8 is your score. Iowa with the slight advantage over Oklahoma. So we're just going to wait and chill now as we, again, not expecting Not expecting the most people, very little, but it is what it is. You know, we're doing this for just to see what'll happen. Never know. Any given live stream, never know what can happen. Commercial break. Iowa 10, Oklahoma 8. Looking at the stats here, Fauerbach of Iowa with 6 points, Olsen with 2, Stuelke with 2. On the Oklahoma side, it's going to be Williams with 4, Scott with 2, and Van with 2 as well. Everyone else, we're still at 0. Of course, there's only been 5 minutes of game time, so can't expect everyone to get shots out. This is a normal score. 40 minutes of game time, of course, will be had across 4 quarters, 4 10-minute quarters for the women's versus 2 20-minute halves for the men. I like quarters, but, you know, I don't know. It doesn't really matter, I guess, with, you know, all the media timeouts. So you can't really say, oh, the flow of the game. Well, it doesn't matter because all you get are freaking media timeouts, so it kills any momentum anyway. So, yep. As I view commercials, I'm just gonna chill here because I know it's I know it's not gonna be much engagement today, if any. Iowa 10, Oklahoma 8 is your score at the 4:18-minute mark in the first quarter. Maybe me putting bracket, maybe that messed it up. I don't know. I just knew it wasn't going to happen. This is a nationally televised game. Everyone has access to this one, so not really all that surprising. Not everyone, but a good amount of people. Bum, 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 bum. All right, we are back. Jan Jensen, the Iowa coach, Jenny Baranchik, the Oklahoma coach. All right, here's Oklahoma with it going right to left on your YouTube screen. Number 12 with it, passing it around. Here is Van. Passes to 15 and passes to 12. 12 passes to 15. 15 looking. Finding Van in the corner. Van trying to make something happen. She's going for the shot. Oh, nice work there. Hard working shot there by Van. Here is Olsen. Oh, it's turnover by Olsen. That pass was to no one except for the Soonerettes here. Passing inside to 6. And number 6 with the shot. Oklahoma taking a 12-10 lead now. Iowa, here is, I think, Fauerbach passes. It's stolen away. Turnover galore by Iowa right now. Oklahoma playing fast. Here's Van. Van looking, finds number 34 here. 34 taking a nice mid-range shot, and she sinks it. Oklahoma is on fire right now. 14-10. They are on a 10-0 run in the last 2 minutes. Here's Fauerbach, passes to number 3, finds Olsen. Olsen finds number 11 of Iowa. Iowa. Here's Fauerbach to number 5. To number 4. And there is a foul on number 12 of Oklahoma. Showing the replay here. Oklahoma again. Nice teamwork. Iowa with some very, very bad passing. Oklahoma taking advantage. Oklahoma was 2 for 9 starting. They are 5 for 5 since. Here's Olsen calling for number 3. Number 3 looking inside. Here's Stuelke. Stuelke trying to make it work inside, but there is a shooting foul. And that's going to head, Stuelke will head to the line. What's at stake? Well, 5th Sweet 16 appearance in the last 6 years. That is if Iowa wins this game. And for Oklahoma, it would be their first Sweet 16 appearance since 2013 as Stuelke hits the first. Oklahoma, a favorite for today, and Stuelke's second one is in and out. Rebounded by Oklahoma. Oklahoma with it. Losing the ball, but recovering it quickly. Handing it off to number 15. Passing it to number 34. Passes inside of Van. Van looking. Oh, turnaround jumper. It's off the mark. Rebounded by Stuelke. Finding Olsen. Here's Olsen. 2:10 to go in the first quarter. 14-11 is your score. Oklahoma on top. Passing inside to Stuelke. He works it way back outside to number 3. Number 3 looking. Finds Fauerbach. Fauerbach passing to 3. Number 3 looking. Dribbling inside. Trying to get a shot. And it is off the mark. Rebounded by Oklahoma. Here's number 6. Number 15. Here's 34. Passing it. It's wide. Wide open, but they're claiming there was a holding call, but I don't know if holding is a thing in basketball. The winner of this game, again, they will play the winner of South Dakota State and UConn. That game's going on tonight at 7 o'clock Central Time. Meanwhile, on the same side of the bracket, Kansas State beating Kentucky yesterday, where they will most likely play USC. They play at 9 o'clock Central Time, and there is a offensive foul, I believe, by Olsen. 1:30 left to go in the first quarter. Oklahoma up 14-11. Passing it inside, and there is another foul. They were saying that these officials are being evaluated live. If they do well, they'll move on into deeper rounds, apparently. Oh, number 24 with it, and she gets it. 16-11, Oklahoma on a 12-1 run. They are killing it right now. Here's Iowa looking. Here's number 2, passing to number 1, passes to 3, passes back to Olsen, who works it inside to Stuelke. Oh, and it's a travel by Iowa. So, yeah, a lot of turnovers here by Iowa. They are self-destructing right in front of us all here. Here's Oklahoma's Van, number 24, passes inside to 0. High off the glass. And this is one-sided right now. Oklahoma are on a tear. 14-1 run. Number 11 here, passing it to number 3, passing it to 1. 1. Finds 11. Here's a floater. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Oklahoma. And she has an opportunity to take this all the way down. 11 seconds, 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is going to be the end of the first quarter. Oklahoma on a huge run here at the end of it. 16-1 run. They now lead 20-11 as we end the first quarter here. 20-11 is your score. Oklahoma leading. I believe there is no other games going on at this moment in time. Florida State LSU tipping off at 5 p.m. Central Time. Alabama, Maryland tipping off in 40 minutes. I have Alabama that one. And again, that's pretty much it for the games that are going to be. I mean, we might catch a little bit of the Florida State LSU game, but I don't know. This game going by pretty quickly. 20 minutes for one quarter, that's pretty good. Of course, you expect the second and fourth quarters to have a lot more stoppages of plays. Going over the stats here, I haven't really seen much of a difference for Iowa. We can just add 1 point to Stuelke. For Oklahoma, though, 8 points for Sasha Williams, 4 points for Zaya Van, 4 points for Liz Scott, 2 points for Skylar Van, and then 2 points for Patrice Culleyton. Everyone else was zeros. Not a lot of. Again, it's only 10 minutes of game time, so you can't really expect a lot of people to get on the board right now. But only 3 players have scored for Iowa, and that should raise some concern. Again, Iowa losing Caitlin Clark, and I'm sure they lost some others last year, so they are. You could say they're rebuilding. They're still relevant. Obviously, they are the 6th seed, so they are still rated as one of the better teams in the country. But they are just playing right now, a lot more cohesive team. Oklahoma passing really well. Oklahoma, they're not turning the ball over. They were at the beginning of the game, but they seem to settle down really quickly. Oklahoma looks like a really good team right now. And Iowa, they look like quite the opposite. They are wildly passing. They're passing to ghosts. They're passing to Oklahoma. They ain't passing to themselves. So, not looking good for Iowa. If you're an Iowa Hawkeye or an Iowa Hawkeye fan, I wouldn't put too much stock in it right now for them. And your score 20-11. It is not halftime. It's the end of the first quarter. I am just going to wait here until all right, Oklahoma with it. Here's Beers with an easy 2. Here is Olsen. And there is a defensive foul on Oklahoma as Olsen falls on the court. 22-11 is your score. Oklahoma on top. All right, here's Olsen. Passing inside to number 3. Who's Stuelke? Here is Stuelke working against Beers. Beers with great defense here. 22-11. Oklahoma just playing really fast and really loose right now. Here's 15. Passing it to Beers, who passes it to number 6. Here's Beers. And she misses. Number 12 with the rebound. She misses. Rebounded by Olsen. Olsen with it, passing it to number 2, passes it to number 3, passes it inside to Stuelke, passes to Olsen on the outside. Olsen, mid-range shot, and trying to stop the run there as she sinks a 2. We'll see if it can continue. Miss Beers passes to 12. Deep 3. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Fauerbach. Here is Olsen. Mid-range jumper. It's off the mark. Can't end the run. Or at least the momentum. Here's number 2 of Oklahoma. Scott. Floater. That's going to be off the mark. Rebounded by Iowa. Olsen passing it to 2. Here's Olsen. Number 3. Number 3 taking a 3. That's not hitting the rim. That's hitting glass. Rebounded by Oklahoma. Here is Beers passing it to a wide open number 2. That 3 is off the mark. Rebounded by Iowa. Here's number 2. Number 2 looking, finding number 4 Fauerbach, who passes it to Stuelke. Stuelke passing it to 3. Stuelke. And it's stripped. And that's going to be a foul on Beers. Here is Stuelke. Makes the first. Currently 2 for 3, I believe, on the day. And make it 2 for 4 as she misses the second. 22-14, Oklahoma leading. Passing it outside. Here's number 12. That's off the mark. Iowa with it. Number Olsen. Passing it inside to number 5. It's stripped away by Oklahoma. Rebounded by them. Here's number 34 passing to number 6. Here's number 15. Wide open number 2 in the corner. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Stuelke. Stuelke with it. Passing. It's intercepted. Stuelke with good defense, though. Scott went up. Couldn't get the first. Can't get the second. Oklahoma still with it. Scott with the rebound, passing to a wide open number 15 for the 3. That's off the mark. Here's number 34 rebounding. Wild pass number 6, passing it to number 15. Wide open 3, can't hit. We are seeing a lot of missed shots right now. Fauerbach taking it inside. That's not even close. Off. Jeez. Well, definitely living up to the meme today. I can tell you that right now. And I'm not exactly upset about that. I'm not going to get the viewers. I might as well have a great time. Here's number 15 with it. She's chilling. Passing it to number 12. Number 12 passes to 6. Number 15. Number 6 with the 3. It's good. Look at me. Making me look like a fool. 25-14. 6:27 and counting here in the second quarter. Sahara Williams with 11 points. Or is that 8 points? 11. No, yeah, it's 11. Iowa misses a 3. Oklahoma with it playing fast. Cross court. Here's number 15 for a 3. Wide open 3 is off the mark. And Oklahoma slaps it out of bounds. And that's going to be Iowa ball. 6:08 to go here in the second quarter. Oklahoma 25, Iowa 14. It hasn't been the prettiest game. Iowa shooting at 23% clip right now. It's not good. Oklahoma at 36%. So we've seen better basketball the past few days. And that's going to be a pass inside deflected out of bounds by Oklahoma. So it'll retain. Possession will retain with Iowa. Iowa's going to be inbounding underneath their own basket. Again, Iowa going left to right on your YouTube screen. They're wearing black and a little bit of yellow. Whereas Oklahoma wearing pretty much all white with, of course, the numbers and names being red. Olsen passing to number 44. Hands it off to Olsen. She's just chilling. There she is with the 3. 25-17. It's now an 8-point game. Van with the 3. That's off the mark. Oh, nice little play there by, I wish I saw the number, Williams. That was Sahara Williams. 2-pointer there, 27-17. That's a football score. Here's Iowa finding number 2. Passes to number 3. Cuts inside. Nice pass there. Number 44 just wide open. And she gets the bucket. 27-19. Oklahoma just passing it around. Number 6. And number 6 passes to number 34. And she makes the bucket, 29-19. 2 passes inside to number 44. Passes to Olsen. Olsen going inside. Turnaround jumper. It's good. 29-21. Olsen with now 9 points, so she's kind of heating up here. And number 3 with the 3. That's good. 32-21 now. Just when you think Iowa can get some momentum going, Oklahoma's right there to shut it down. 32-21, 4:24 left to go in the second quarter. I have no idea. Twitter, now known as X. 32-21 is your score. This is literally just for. This is just for fun at this point, as no one's here. Jeez, oh well, it's fine. I can pretty much say what I want now without being canceled. Bush did 9/11. No. Oh my gosh. (32-21). We are halfway through the second quarter. If everything goes awesome and swimmingly, this game will be over at 4:45. Pretty short, so that's good. Person that is trying to get out of here right now. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool with just I'm cool with having this game end. I will stay the whole time. Probably not worth it for me to stay on, but it is what it is. And it is a commercial break. 32-21. Iowa is struggling. They kind of got a little bit of life there towards the end, but nothing doing as Oklahoma just shut it down quickly, and Iowa taking a timeout right before we went off onto commercial land. My bracket's too good. 96%. Just go chalk. That's all you got to do in women's. Just go chalk for the most part. Winner of this game will play UConn. UConn will most likely beat South Dakota State. I don't know. South Dakota State good. I don't think they show records. Can look at the preview, I guess. Well, I mean, they won 30 games. I mean, they'd probably be one of the better 10 seeds, but obviously competition's going to be a little bit different. South Dakota State beat Creighton. They lost to Duke. They beat Oregon. Lost to, they got blown out by Texas. That's probably why they're a 10. But it was at Texas. But then again, they're playing at UConn, so $29 a ticket. I don't live there, but that's a deal right there. All right, we are making our way back Leave it on there. Might as well. All right. Number 33. Here's Olson. Olson passing it to no one. Again, this was a problem Iowa had earlier, and it seems to have resurfaced. Here is Van passing to number 0. Passes to 15. Back to Van. Van looking inside. Dribbling. Passes inside. 12. Saves it, but actually turns it over. And Olson drawing the foul on number 0. So it'll remain Iowa ball. And Oklahoma, 26-7 record. They get the 3 seed. Iowa having a down year for recent years, 23-10 record as they are the 6 seed. And look at that, we're going to a commercial break. Look how stupid. Commercial here, NBA commercial. Trying to say Jason Tatum's the face of the league. Well, you kind of everyone should accept it, really. It's my argument on it. Like, everyone accepts that, MJ was the face. For better or worse, it was LeBron. Who would it be now? Like, who's the face? There really isn't one. Maybe Giannis, but even then, like, he has his own. I don't know. Jokic, maybe. Again, he doesn't care. But I'm just a casual. Not a big deal. Not a big deal for me. I ain't tripping. Bud. All right. We're back finally. Showing highlights here. Oklahoma has been passing really well. Very commendable basketball from Oklahoma. Iowa, not so much. I mean, they are struggling mightily. And I wouldn't be surprised if they don't get it together here. I could see this being a blowout, which would be shocking. Showing Sahara Williams here, number 6 of Oklahoma, 13 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. She is playing really well. The only game that I believe that's happened today was Texas defeating Illinois, and that one was 65-48. Winner of this one again plays the winner of South Dakota State and UConn. That game will be being played tonight at 7 o'clock. Kansas State already has moved on. They will await the winner of Mississippi State and USC. You can pretty much say USC is going to win that one. Here is Fauerbach. Fauerbach passing it around. Here's number 3 in the corner. Number 44 with it inside, passing it to number 3. That doesn't even hit the rim. Rebounded by Oklahoma. Number 12 with it. Looking. Finds Van. Van pounding it inside to number 0. Passes it back to Van. Van passing it to 12. He passes it back to number 0. 0 looking. Finding number 12. Cuts inside. Dribbling inside, nifty move, and a nifty layup. Good stuff by number 12, Verhulst. Good stuff. Here is Olson. They are down by 13. She's jacking up a 3, and she gets it. Down by 10 now. As Oklahoma playing fast. 3 minutes and counting in the second quarter. Here's number 0. Here's number 15 with it. Passing it to number 6. She's beyond the arc. Passing it to 15, staying beyond the arc. Number 3, here is Van with it. Van going inside, going up with the shot, gets the layup and the foul. So she'll head to the line and looks to complete the 3-point. She's a rookie. I don't know what that means. I guess that means freshman. I'm not too sure. Showing here again the nice nifty layup from I'm terrible with Verhulst. Showing it again. Okay. And then here's Van fighting through contact. Both of them were very impressive. Here's Zaya Van averaging 7 points per game this season, but today she's got 9. Free throw is off the mark, rebounded by Iowa. 24-36 is your score, 2:39 to go in the second quarter. Iowa not looking that great, I'll have to be honest. Started off strong, but have been very cold since about the 5-minute mark of the first quarter. Here is Feuerbach, or Feuerbach, and that pass is out of bounds. The pass literally gave my brain. Whatever, it doesn't matter. 36-24 Oklahoma, again playing very fast. Passing it around, almost stolen, but nice by number 12, taking a 3. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Oklahoma. Number 6, Williams, goes up for the shot, and she's fouled. So she's going to head to the line for 2. And number 3 can't even believe it. She's swearing and everything. Sydney Offelter just making it known that she is not all PG. Olsen's going to head to the bench. She's with 12 points. She's 5 for 12 from the field, which isn't the greatest, but then you compare it to the rest of the team, and they're combined 4 for 14. She does miss the first free throw. So can Iowa get some offense going? Misses both free throws, so ends up being a great foul. Pushing it up here is Iowa. Iowa looking. Apparently there's a lot of freshmen on the floor. I could be wrong. That's what I heard. Stuelke pounding it inside. Drawing contact. No foul. Off Iowa. Tried to save it, but to no avail as they blew it dead very early. I don't know what the heck happened there. So here's Oklahoma. 1:52 left to go in the second quarter. Passing it around is Oklahoma. Oklahoma working it on the outside. 15 passes to Van. Here's number 34 with it. Passes cross court to 15. Again, the passes are connecting right now. 34 inside. Jump shot. Fade away. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Oklahoma. She goes up with it. She misses. Van misses. Everyone's just missing. And there's a foul. And I believe that's a shooting foul. They are missing rebounding, but missing more shots. So we just have a bunch of Angel Reeses there for Oklahoma. But it's paying off again as they are up 36-24. And here's number 34. This is the other Van. When I say Van, I've been meaning Zaya Van. This is Skylar Van. She's heading to the line. Okay, so this is Liz Scott. Was I just reading things wrong? Okay, 34-24. Liz Scott makes the first. I apologize for the wrong names. It happens. But happening a lot today, apparently. My bad. And here is the second. She makes them both. 38-24, Iowa. They are not looking good. Passing it around. Number 1. Passes inside to number 5. Hayden. I don't know if it was blocked or she just hit underneath the rim, but it's Oklahoma ball. Number 34. Passing it outside. Here's the quarter 3. That's going to be off the mark, and that hit everything that's not the glass, so that's out of bounds. (38-24) Oklahoma up by 14. I believe the line was 5.5, so I was expecting a close game. Right now, it's not looking like that'll happen, but I guess you never know. It's March Madness for a reason. Anything can happen. All right. Here is Olsen inbounding. 1 minute remaining in this one, second quarter. almost done. Here's Olsen. Olsen handing it off to number 3. Number 3 looking. It's intercepted / stolen. Oklahoma playing fast. Here's number 15. Passes to Van. She misses. Oh, my voice cracked. That's embarrassing. Rebounded by number 11 of Iowa. Olsen calling for it. She gets it now. 29 seconds left in the second quarter. There's about a 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Olsen just trying to bleed the clock. To be honest, I don't know why. It's number 11 shooting. It's off the mark. There's a loose ball foul on Verhulst. So Iowa retains possession as both teams huddle up right next to each other. I don't know if anyone knows what's going on. No one knows what's going on. All right, now they're inbounding, or about to. (38-24). Olsen inbounding. Passing it to number 1. Passes to Olsen. Heavily contested 3. Oh, and she gets it. Great shot. 2 seconds. 1 second. She just jacks it up. And that is off the mark. So it's halftime now, officially halftime. Unlike what this thing said earlier, 38-28 is your score. Oklahoma up by 11. Maybe that three-pointer by Olsen can inspire Iowa. I wouldn't personally, but, I wouldn't buy it. But you never know. Never know. Hopefully halftime isn't too long, personally. I'm also hoping. Okay. I don't think the other game has started yet. I believe it was supposed to start at 4 o'clock Central Time, so I cannot provide you any other commentary on that. Florida State LSU at 5. Alabama, Maryland at 4 o'clock. We got nothing going. So 15-minute halftime. Yeah, it should still be 10 minutes. We play quarters. Why make half that long? All right. Just chilling here for 15 minutes. I got nothing. Again, you can always look at whenever you're picking women's basketball. I don't watch much women's basketball, but just go chalk. It's safe. It's efficient. You're going to get a few wrong. You'll get a few 8 and 9s wrong, some 7 and 10, and some 5 and 4. And if you're delusional, you'll pick Iowa over Oklahoma because of history and not what's going on now. But you will pretty much be right. As that's pretty much what I did for 99% of these. And yeah, I pretty much in the top right there. Commercial break again. 27-38 is your score. Iowa is down by 11. Why I'm saying it like that? Say it's 38-27 with Oklahoma in the lead. Oklahoma up by 11. But apparently I'm making it sound like I'm a pro Iowa channel, which is not the case. I couldn't care less who wins. We're just chilling right now. Holy crap. Do I put the "we'll be right back" thing up? Be back soon. I'm back. For better or for worse, I'm back. Uh, Not much happening here. I knew this was a mistake to do, but again, it is what it is. We're just having a good time. We're just chilling, just vibing. By we as in me, just me, literally just me. That's perfectly fine. Your halftime score was, I believe, 38-27. Look at me go with that memory. Literally was just a few minutes ago. They will be making their way back to the court soon. Meanwhile, also happening, tip-off over there on ESPN2, Alabama and Maryland. That should be a good one. 5s and 4s. That's another toss-up here. Ole Miss beating Baylor. We have Tennessee over Ohio State. Kansas State over Kentucky. So the 5s have been rolling. And if I'm correct, it's going to be Alabama winning this game. So on. But I'm not perfect. I've been wrong. So it's should be a good one. Should be better than this one as of at least now. Iowa just struggling in this one as they've been turning it over. Wild passes. They have 12 turnovers. 12 turnovers in just the first half. That's not going to win you many games. That's actually the recipe for disaster, and they're showing it by the score. Down 11. Oklahoma team that is just relying on teamwork and being very efficient. Whenever they do shoot, obviously they only are at a 37%, but I do feel like their shot selection is much better. Again, they've been kind of missing shots and getting their own rebound, kind of like Angel Reese does. As you can see, they have 31 rebounds, 13 on the offensive side of things. So again, they are hustling to the ball, missing their own shot, getting the rebound. Maybe not hustling as much or as standing right there as it comes back down to you. But you know what I mean. They are taking advantage of Iowa's mistakes. As again, this game is in Oklahoma, so it's quite the home field advantage for Oklahoma. Iowa, I mean, it's not a terrible drive or flight depending on what they did. But it's, again, going into someone else's house is always difficult. So Sahara Williams, again, she has 13 points, leading the way for Oklahoma. All right, we are underway here. I got to respond to this tweet. This guy's trying to be smart with me. Iowa not taking advantage of their opening possession there as it's a turnover. Passing it outside. Here's number 6, and that's off the mark, and that's going to be slapped out of bounds. And that's going to be Iowa ball. Iowa now going right to left on your YouTube screen, whereas Oklahoma obviously will be going left to right. Here is Olsen. Again, they are wearing pretty much all black with nice yellow stripe. Got a nice uniform there. We have a foul there by Oklahoma. What's at stake? Well, Iowa looking for their 5th consecutive Sweet 16 appearance, or I shouldn't say consecutive, but their 5th appearance in the last 6 years. And this is kind of a rebuilding year for them as they lost Caitlin Clark and assumingly other seniors. Here's number 4 passing to number 3. Number 3 going inside. Layup. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Beers. Beers passing it to number 2. Number 2 kind of playing fast. Now she's slowing down. Here's number 24. Number 52. Here's Beers passing it to 2. Beers was calling for it. It's stolen away, knocked away at least by Oklahoma. Well, it's because she gathered. So it's a back court. She got it right before the back court. All right, Iowa ball. Here's Olsen. Olsen passing it to number 2. Number 2 with it. Passing it inside. Here's Stuelke. Stuelke going underneath. Oh, nice. Nifty move. And Beers is down. Beers is down. She's holding her face. She is down. Beers is down. Oh my gosh, she is crying. Beers is big, so if she's crying, it must have been something big. I don't know. They're going to review this. Apparently, they're looking to see if there's any contact after. They are taking an injury timeout. So Beers is down. She is going off the court, and we are heading to commercial break over here. Meanwhile, I believe, yes, they are underway. Alabama and Maryland. In my bracket, I have Alabama. And no, it's women's isn't exactly drawing the same numbers as the men's. I'm seeing it in my stream, but I'm still looking pretty decent though. 96%. I haven't really gotten many wrong. The secret is chalk. Go chalk. And I didn't go chalk with every pick, but for the most part, if it's not a 8 or 9 or 7 out of 10 or 7 versus 10, just go with chalk. Pretty much from the 6-11 on up, there's no upsets happening. It's not happening. Yeah. 7 out of 10s, it'll happen. 8 out of 9s, yeah. 8 versus 9s, yeah. Yeah, it'll happen. Everything else, though, chalk. And then once you get in the later rounds, obviously, 5 and 4s, they're close, so you never know. 3s and 6s, maybe. I picked a 6. I picked Iowa to win this one, but it's not going to happen. Should have just went chalk. As Iowa, again, they're down by 9, and they do not look all that great. They kind of have some life right now, but I still wouldn't hold my breath, as there's still a lot of basketball left to be played and a lot of basketball that are bad basketball that they have to overcome because they are just not connecting on a lot of passes, not connecting on just their shots, as, again, they are shooting at 33%. Oklahoma not doing much better, but, again, they are out-rebounding Iowa by 11, plus 11, 33-22. So that's huge in basketball, man. That's 11 extra possessions, essentially. They are taking advantage of that with 14 extra shots, and they've made 6 more. So that's why the score is where it's at, 38-29. I was really hoping that they would come back because I thought I did a good job just time wasting there, talking about nothing. But all right, we might be coming back. They showing the NCAA logo. Coverage on ESPN, I don't really like it as much. I like it on CBS, and True TV wasn't too bad, and same with TBS, TNT, much better networks. All right, so we're gonna see what happened here. Here's Stuelke beating her inside. Okay, so she took an elbow by Stuelke as she was going up for the shot. Looks like they're going to say it was a shot, but we'll see what happened. Oh, that's an intentional foul. So that is a foul. I guess they're seeing that wasn't part of basketball. So here's number 12, Peyton Verhulst is going to take the shots here. She makes the first. And Beers is on the sideline. She is receiving medical attention as Verhulst makes both. I don't know. I think it's more of a shot. All right. Here is number 2 of Oklahoma. Passing it inside. Finds number 6, finds number 24. She gets it. Skylar Van, the other Van. Looking pretty good right now. Here's Iowa. Again, Iowa down by 4, and there is a foul by Oklahoma. I guess she was, I don't know what happened. But there's a defensive foul, and it's going to be Iowa ball still. All right, Olsen inbounding here to Stuelke. Stuelke looking, finding number 2. Passes to Olsen, making her miss, shooting a 3, and that's good. Olsen. Hello, Eric Rose. How's it going? I'm just chilling right now. How are you doing? Here's Oklahoma with the 3, and she responds to Olsen, 46-32. Olsen now with it, passing over to number 3, who passes back to, forgot her name already. Gosh dang it. Fauerbach. Olsen to number 3 with the 3. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Oklahoma. Oklahoma playing fast. Here is number 12. Deep 3, and she gets it. This is now a 17-point game. I would say that this one is looking like it's about to be over. 49-32. Iowa just not clicking, and Oklahoma is. How's it going, Eric? How are you doing? I'm just streaming to nobody right now, as I wasn't going to do this game. I was just ready to take the day off. I put out another video. I was editing that. It's a baseball MLB The Show video, and I'm like, well, why not, I guess. And yeah, getting the numbers today. 10 views total. Oh my gosh. So Eric, if you're still here, how's it going? How you doing? I'm just adding the stats, putting out a video today, putting out a live thing. Definitely seen better days with the Robert Morris, Alabama. I got 232 views. I was pretty happy. McNeese State and Clemson, 454. Last night, Colorado State, Maryland. That was fun to call. I mean, that was fun. So like if I don't get the views, as long as it's fun. But yeah, today it's gonna be. I'm just pretty lonesome self here. But I do appreciate you commenting, Eric. I don't know if you've already went on to a different area, and I don't blame you. Not much is happening. And it's commercial break anyway. Oklahoma up 49-32. I guess I can provide an update in the other game going on, and it's still tied 12-12 this time, not 8-8, 12-12. 4:32 left to go in the first. Going off bracket, 96% correct. That's going to drop as Iowa most. I did pick Alabama, so maybe it can cancel out. Everyone that picked Oklahoma also picked Maryland. If I get right with Alabama, that's good. Probably not, though. Probably did not happen. Now let's go back to the statistics as we're still on commercial break here. Leading the game in points is Olsen. And she's pretty much the only offense for Iowa. I mean, she's 7 for 15. The rest of the team is 5 for 20. So Lucy Olsen is like, hey, what the heck, man? I need some help. Oklahoma, they're more balanced. You got Sahara Williams. She's playing a great game so far. 13 points. We are back, by the way. They're slowly coming back onto the courts. Zaya Van at 9 points. Peyton Verhulst at 7. Skylar Van at 5. Beers, the the person they highlighted at 2, but she is currently injured. But she's actually making her way back onto the court now. All right, nope, she's taking a seat. All right, here's Olsen handing it off to Fauerbach. Olsen back with it, pounding it inside to Stuelke. Stuelke gets the shot. So that's going to be 49-34. Crap. My bad. I didn't mean to do that. All right. while I was messing around, she missed a wide open layup. It's going to be Iowa ball here. Number 2 with the 3. Oh, in and out burger there. Stuelke trying to take the ball, but instead takes Oklahoma's arm away. So that's going to be a foul. 49-34 is your score. I'll keep that there, actually. There we go. That way you guys can see the other game. Oklahoma lays it in, 51-34. Here's Olsen going inside, showing her ball handling skills. Passing it to number 3. Number 2 with it. Passing it inside. Stuelke. And Stuelke gets her 10th point because they were complaining about how no one else had double digits. Oh, wide open, but she overthrows her, so it's going to be Iowa ball. Again, Oklahoma is playing fast. They're playing furious. Just couldn't connect there. (51-36) Oklahoma up by 15 with 6:37 left in the third quarter. Passing it here is Stuelke. Stuelke looking. Turns and shoot. It's blocked by Beers. Beers is going to take it up. Now she passes to Van. Here's number 24. Passing to number 15. 15 gives it to Beers inside. Beers. Heavy defense by Iowa. Beers passing it off to Van. Zaya Van, that is. Here's the other Van. Finds 15. Here is Verholt. Verholt looking. Dribbling inside. Trying to spin it up there. Beers just has to put it up. And that's a shot clock violation for Oklahoma. So good defense there by Iowa. However, time is not your friend. All right, here is Iowa. Iowa down 15. Passing it inside to Olsen. Mid-range jumper. That's off the mark. Olsen trying to play defense. Knocks it away, but she was the only one there. Verholt with it of Oklahoma. Oklahoma going left to right. They are up by 15. Van drives the basket at Olsen. Gets her third foul, so she's approaching foul trouble, which is not good because Olsen, again, she's really been their only offense outside of Stuelke. Nothing else connecting for the other Hawkeyes. Inside to Oklahoma. Number 15 with the 3. That's off the mark. Rebounded by number 44 of Iowa. She passes to Olsen. Olsen passing to number 11 of Iowa. Iowa looking. Here's Olsen. Olsen to number 3. Number 3 going inside. Now she's passing it to 11, who takes the 3. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Oklahoma. Oklahoma. Here's Verholt. Verholt with it. Passing it cross court. Number 15. Back to Beers. The number 24. That is the other Van. Van to Zaya Van. Zaya Van floating it in for Beers. Beers misses. Oklahoma, the other player, misses, but she draws the foul. So she's going to head to the line for 2. And it's, again, if you're an Iowa fan, it's looking very grim as they are just, they are not playing good offense. Their defense is very suspect. They just look like they look like they may be heading home after today. 51-36 is your score. Oklahoma up by 15, 4:51 to go in the third quarter. Here is Skylar Van, the other Van here. 52-36. She shoots and she scores 53-36. Iowa is down by 17. Apparently that's their second largest deficit of the season. Number 44 puts up a layup. That's off the rim. Rebounded by Oklahoma. They're playing fast. Here's Zaya Van. That's In-N-Out Burger City over there. Passing. No, it's stripped away by Beers, and Beers is just going to hug the ball. It's going to be a jump ball. And the possession arrow favors the Sooners, so the ball will remain with them. Again, 53-36. It is not looking like it'll be close. Meanwhile, Maryland has taken the lead 19-15 as they approach the end of the first quarter. Here is Zaya Van. Zaya Van floats it to her sister. Here's Beers with it. Beers passes back to Zaya. The older Van with a 3-point shot. She swished it. 56-36. Here is Fauerbach. Passes to number 11. Here's number 5 on the inside. Trying to do something with it. She gets the shot, but it's a travel. Iowa look like they are heading home as they are down 20 points. 3:56 and counting, going left to right on your YouTube screen. Here's Beers with it. Beers going to take a deep two, and that's an air ball. Zaya Van trying to save it, but she stepped out. So that's going to be Iowa ball. Men's basketball coverage continues Thursday, I believe. Here is Fauerbach. Passes inside to Stuelke. He passes to Hayden. Hayden is going to connect. So 56-38. It's still a blowout as Beers is on the ground yet again. So that's going to be, I'm assuming, Oklahoma ball, because I don't know, they didn't really announce the foul. Iowa State with their first round stats, 28 assists to 15 turnovers. Today, 9 assists, 14 turnovers. So they are not looking good. Here's Beers. She heads the line. She shoots and she misses. As the ref is explaining to Hayden what she did wrong. Nice learn. Yeah, you're never too old to learn. Beers makes the second one. Swish. 57-38. Iowa is just not looking good. I think we all expected a much closer match. Olsen going to the layup there. It's off the mark. I'm starting to not even care about this game as I don't even know what to say. Here's Van passing it inside. Here's number 24. That's the older Van. She gets it. They are now up by 21. Fauerbach passing it, and it's intercepted by Oklahoma. Oklahoma is going to take a timeout as we have another injury. This is Sahara Williams. She's had a pretty good day so far. It hasn't really done much as of late, but still pretty good. Oklahoma up 59-38. It is brutal if you're an Iowa fan. Passing it over here is Oklahoma. Here's Zaya Williams. Passes. Oh, Zaya Van. Gosh dang it. And we see Hayden on the ground. And there is a foul on Beers. So it's going to be Iowa ball. 2:37 left to go in the third quarter. Here's Olsen. Olsen with it. Passing it to Stuelke. Stuelke facing heavy pressure. It's stolen away by Oklahoma, but it's stolen right back by Iowa. They try to get it back. Here's Fauerbach. She gets the three. Iowa bench is going crazy. And they cut the deficit to 18. It is probably a little too late here. Van looking, passes it, and it's going out of bounds, deflected by Iowa. It's going to remain with Oklahoma. .153. Okay, pardon me. I'm at 2:03. Always behind. Here's number 15 with the 3. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Beers. Number 15. Passing it to 12. Here's Zaya Van. High arcing 3. That's off the mark. And we have a foul. I'm not too sure who. I am getting a phone call, so I gotta take this. Got a call from my boss there, so I apologize here. 41-61. Iowa jacking up a 3. That's off the mark. Passing it around is Oklahoma. That's knocked out of bounds. It'll remain with Oklahoma. 1:20 to go left in the third quarter. It is a blowout. It's not what I signed up for. But I had a feeling that would be the case. Oklahoma shoots and scored deep too. 63-41. Olsen pounding inside to Stuelke. And she lost the ball. I'm confused here. There's a tech. So Stuelke loses the ball here by Beers, and I believe they teed up the coach. So Jensen, the head coach of Iowa, gets a tech, and Oklahoma's going to say thank you very much for the free throws. 64-41. She misses the second. .64-41 is your score. Oklahoma is just... The guy said Oklahoma's fallen to a 23-point hold. That is not the case. Oklahoma is indeed up by 23 as Beers just shoots it up and just it falls in magically. 66-41. 52 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Olsen takes a heavy shot. Jansen, first-year head coach for Iowa. She's been on the staff for 22 years. Looks like her squad is going to be heading home early as, again, they are looking like they're just not looking all that good. They look like one of the they're definitely the worst Iowa team in the last few years here. And we are getting more conversation from the officials. We wait to see what's going on. Making sure the clock is good, as if we need more of this game. Olsen's inbounding. Here's Stuelke, and that's just a flat-out air ball. I guess it's a rebound. Here is Zaya Van. Van looking, and that's a shooting foul. She's going to head to the line for 2. .66-41 is your score. 41 seconds left to go in the third quarter. It is a blowout. And that is quite the shock for many here, as Lucy Olson has the bench. She has 4 fouls, and she has 18 points. Again, she needs more help. She's really been doing the only thing going for the offense of Iowa. It's 67-41. I go ahead and switch it back over here. They have 29 points now, just to Iowa's 14, just in this quarter alone. Looking for number 30 here. That's In-N-Out Burger. It's going to be rebounded by Iowa. It was just an 11-point game at the break. It's now a 26-point game. Make it 24. 67-43. How's it going? Sorry, Kat. You're probably the only one here. Thank you very much for stopping by. 67-43. Oklahoma is blowing out Iowa. 11 seconds left. And there is a Fauerbach with the foul. With the bonus, Oklahoma heads to the line. How are you doing over there? Sorry, Kat. I don't even know if you're still here. You might have just left already. So that should have been an offensive foul, but doesn't really matter, as this game is a blowout anyway. And we have another foul by Oklahoma. The Minecraft calls to me, how's the games? Well, the game is a blowout. This has been a disaster. The only thing I'm going to get out of this, I guess, is, my own hours viewed. Because nothing's going on here. No one's here. This game is on national television. This is women's college basketball. Literally, and it's a blowout. It's the combination that you don't want. All 3 things. National television, so it's easily available. It's women's basketball. And it's a blowout. So the 3 no's for, streaming and trying to call a game like this. This was the reason why Jaguar is not doing anything today. There you go. But it is what it is. I'm just going to pad the stats, get an hour and a half of viewed, hour watched, I guess. So thank you. I'll just be, I don't know what that means. I got a call from my boss earlier. He said that tomorrow's game has been moved to Wednesday. And he said he'd get back with me if he needs me tomorrow. Hopefully he does. I'd like to go to work tomorrow. It would be fun. I don't really think I have no sports going on tomorrow at all. Like, nothing I can cover. Nothing I can, yeah. So I don't know, I'll call him later tonight or text him, see if he, what's the plan there? He said he'll get back with me. I don't know. Sometimes he gets easily distracted. But all right, well, thank you for stopping by. You go back to your Minecraft, or you probably already have. So 68-43 is your score at the end of the 3. This game is a blowout. I'm just going to stay here for the remainder of it because I don't really know why. I'm just a trooper. That's why, because there's really no benefit for me. No benefit whatsoever. OBS Studio disconnected. What happened? Let me check. All right, now it's brief disconnection there by OBS. Make sure my feed is good. Maryland up by 10, 31-21 over Alabama. I will definitely not be a 96%er after this game, as I wrongfully picked Iowa. I forgot my own logic and picked the wrong team. Iowa definitely was feeling like pretty good, I can imagine. I mean, they played a tougher opponent than Oklahoma and won by a much wider margin. That was not the case today. Again, home field advantage is huge. And the first 2 rounds are played in or at the home court. So it was just a recipe for disaster for Iowa today. Again, not hitting your shots. You started off strong, but then you just pulled off immediately. Crazy because their best moments of the game when they were up 10-4, they only put up 11 points in that quarter. So it's not a great day for them. As we still await commercials to end, 68-43 is your score. Oklahoma the lead and most likely move on to the next round, where they will most likely face UConn, because upsets don't really happen in women's basketball. We are still waiting. Dragon Fruit Bowl. Is this like Chipotle? I don't know what that is. All right, come on, let's get it. Let's just get this game over with. Lucy Olson with 18 points, rest of the team with 25. She's 7 for 17 from the field, 9 for 32 the rest of the team. So again, Lucy Olson, if she is not a senior or going to the WNBA, she might be hitting the portal. And I don't blame her. That would pretty much be the end of the Iowa program. Here is Olson passing it to number 3. Here is Fauerbach. Fauerbach looking, finds Olson. She's just jacking up a 3, and that's off the mark. Rebounded by Volhort. I forgot her name. Passing to number 2. Number 2, in and out Berger. Beers bats it out of bounds. It's going to be Iowa ball. Verhulst. I was close. And I mentioned this before, but Beers is a very intimidating person. Jeez. He is big. Number 11. Number 4 with the 3. That's Lauerbach. That's off the mark. Olson playing defense. No one else is. Passing it across the court. Floater 2. That's off the mark, but rebounded by Oklahoma. Oklahoma with it. Passing it inside. Verhulst with the nice move, and she gets 2. $70-43. Here is Lauerbach passing it to Olson. Olson looking. Passes to number 11. Number 11 going. Passes back to Olson. She's beyond the arc. Going inside. Passes to number 3. Number 3 driving it inside. It's blocked by Beers. Rebounded by Oklahoma, and they're able to keep possession. 3-on-2 advantage. Pounding it inside to Beers. Beers misses. No one wants it. Now Iowa gets it. Iowa taking it up here. Here's Lauerbach. I really hope that's the name. I forgot again. Olson with the travel. Lauerbach. Dang it. I had it the whole time. Beers just saying, no, ma'am. Beers is definitely someone that would be playing in a southern state. So she fits the Oklahoma molds. Here is Beers. Beers floater. I don't know if that was a shot or not, but it hit the rim. Number 24 with the 3. That's 34, pardon me. Olson with the rebound. Olson is on 4 fouls, so she might not finish this one. Here's Fauerbach with the 3, and she gets it. Cutting the lead to 24. Olson with it. She was on defense. Here's number 2 driving up the court. She just ran right up the middle. Number 2 just running up the middle and gets the easy bucket, 72-46. Olson passing it to number 44. Number 44 to 11. 11. It's stolen away. Verhulst passing it. It's kind of off the mark there. Makes number 34 have a bad pass. Iowa playing fast. Passing it inside to 44. She gets 2. 72-48 now. 7-11 to go. The gas station is indeed mentioned. Number 2 went to the rim. I thought it was just a flat-out block, but they called the foul. (72-48). Here is Raina Scott. 2 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. And she gets the first. 73-48 now. Oklahoma looking like they are just going to cruise on and await UConn. Who play tonight at 9 o'clock. Rebounded by Oklahoma. Again, it's just the lack of hustle from Iowa. Oh, the 3 went in and out and back in. 16 points for Verhulst. 76-48. Crowd is going crazy. Olsen passing to the corner. Back to Olsen. Olsen trying to make something happen. Jump shot here. She was fouled, so she has an opportunity here to get 20 points if she makes both. Here is Iowa. Apparently the Oklahoma coach had played for Iowa at one point, so that's interesting. She made the first. Here is the second, and she gets 20 points. So she has 40% of the team's points. Iowa playing tough defense now, but maybe not as tough as I thought as they break through easily. 4-3 opportunity. She passes it up, looking for some more players here, more teammates, passing it around. Is Oklahoma. Here's number 24. Floats it inside of Verhulst. Backing up. That was definitely a travel, but they don't call that anymore. Here's Olsen with the rebound. Here's number 11. Number 11. Jump shot. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Oklahoma. Up 76-50. 6:12 left to go in this one. Definitely no overtime. I can assure you that. Oklahoma seeking first Sweet 16 appearance. You don't have to say seeking. They're going to go to the Sweet 16 here. Here's Beers. Beers floating it to number 15. Here is Verhulst, who hands it off to number 24. The older Van gets 3, 79-50. 29-point game with 5:40 to go. This one is just not that exciting. Olsen with a 3, and that's an air ball. As she gets a lot of cheers. I just accidentally hit. I don't know why I did that. Trying to hear like this was the source of the sound. I'm an idiot. Blowout again, 79-50 as we await the ending here. Okay, so we're inbounding it. Good thing. Playing fast is Oklahoma. Oklahoma just passing it around. Here's Zaya Van. Passing it inside to Beers. Beers passes again, and that's rejected, but it finds her anyway. Here's Van to Beers. And she was hit on the nose, and she's grabbing it, and there's a shooting foul. Beers is taking a lot of shots to the face today. As they look at her nose. 79-50 is your score. Oklahoma moving on to the Sweet 16 most definitely. 5:14 left to go in the third quarter. And they're going to look at it. If it needs to be upgraded. I personally am ready for this game to end. In the other game, the game I probably should have covered, but yeah, it's whatever. 33-30, Alabama and Maryland in a close one. Maryland with the 3-point advantage at the moment. 4:23 left to go in the second quarter. Don't think there's another game on. I believe, yeah, so the next game is going to be Florida State and LSU. That one starts at 5 o'clock. West Virginia and North Carolina, they start off at 6 o'clock tonight. USC and Mississippi at 9 o'clock. And South Dakota State and UConn, they will play at 7 o'clock. Guys, have all the options in the world on which game you want to watch. If you do want to watch a game, I would say they're probably not going to be close, to be honest with you. So the 5 and 4s are already been played. I mean, the Alabama Maryland's probably gonna be the closest. I mean, that's a close game already. Maybe Florida State and LSU, but everything else, they should have planned it better with the time slots. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why they did that. You put the blowouts happening early, and then the prime time you have them going on. Colorado Buffaloes doing a live showcase on NFL Network at 2:30 Eastern Time. Shedeur Sanders is expected to throw in front of NFL scouts with Travis Hunter, also slated to catch passes from Shedeur, so that's cool. Yes, it's that bad that I have to do other news, NFL news, for this game. Not much happening right now as we are in commercial timeout. So I do apologize here. Ooh, they got back to me on my Max Prep stuff. Please allow the site. Oh, yeah, look at that. They're trying to screw over my town here. But anyway, yeah, so it's a blowout here. If you're, I got nothing. This is a very boring one. I do apologize, but it's not like there's anybody here. It's probably the lowest. This is actually the lowest live stream I've done, and not counting video games, and that's perfectly fine. You live and you learn. Zaya Van with a very good game. Same with Skylar Van. Skylar actually has 17. Zaya with 10. So this is quite the game. 79.50. Zaya Van is at the line. No, she's not. That's Beers. It looked like she was. And Beers makes the first. 80-50 is your score. Beers makes it anyway. Goes and bounce. Oh, that's crazy stuff. They are the Vans are the daughters, I guess, of Bryant Van. Interesting, or the granddaughters. I could be wrong. But there is a foul here by Oklahoma, so Iowa will keep possession for what it's worth. 81-50 is your score. 5:07 left to go in the fourth quarter. This one is all but over. Here's number 2. Number 2 looking, trying to find a teammate. She does. Here is number 4. It's Fauerbach. Her shot is rejected at the rim, and that's going to be Oklahoma ball. It's not been pretty. Here's Oklahoma. Number 3, here's Zaya Van. Zaya Van passing to Skylar Van, who passes to Beers. And number 44 fouls Beers. Number 44 is like, what in the world do I have to do? All right, Beers with the first. This is a blowout. And I don't know what else to really say. 83-50. I just hope this ends quickly. Olsen passing to number 2. Here's number 44 with it. Passes to number 15. Oh, no, it's Stuelke. Pardon me. That's 45. Number 3 with it. Number 3 looking. Finds 44. Mid-range shot. That's off the mark. Rebounded by number 12, who throws it across the court. Beers can't handle it. That's going to go out of bounds. And Oklahoma's all smiling. You can do that when you're up 33 points with 4:19 to go. Oklahoma having a great time. The crowd having a great time clapping for their girls, as looks like they are subbing some players and getting some players some game time. Number 1, Nevaeh's going to see the court for the first time. She enters the game up 33, and that's going to be out of bounds. It's going to remain with Iowa. Inbounding is Iowa underneath their own basket. Here's Olsen trying to take a 3. Going inside. Nice miss. And here's Oklahoma with it. Oklahoma, number 15, passing to 34. 34 passing to 1. 1. I believe this is the sub. That was indeed the sub. Number 24 with it. Floats it inside to 15, who kicks it back out to number 1. Here's number 15 with the 3. That's off the mark. Rebounded by number 3 of Iowa. Iowa's going to take it up here. Here's Olsen. Passes to number 3. Passes to number 2. She's looking. Finds number 3. Number 3 looking. Passes inside to 34. Trying to make some... Oh, that's a nice move there. As she gets a bucket. 52-83 is your score. 3:14. And there is a offensive foul on Oklahoma. As the Oklahoma coach yells and was like, what the heck was that? 3:13 left to go in this one. It is a blowout, 83-52. Was really hoping this game would be over by 2, but at 2 hours, at 5 o'clock, but it doesn't look like that's going to, it might happen. Actually, hoping it would be more like 4:45 when it ends. Here is Skylar Vann getting a hug from her coach. It's her final home game. She is a senior. Again, these games are being played at home in the first 2 rounds. Number 34 with a nice move. She needed to probably play some more minutes. A.J. Ediger. Back-to-back buckets there. 83-54. And here is Scott, another senior. That's Liz Scott. Sydney Alfolter is a senior for Iowa. She checks out of the game. She has 0 points. And Aubrey Jones just checked into the game and just shoots a deep 3 and makes it 86-54. Pardon me if I don't have the excitement anymore. This is just crazy. Number 15 passes. Number 0 of Oklahoma. Here's 15 passes inside of 25. Number 25. Landry Allen gets on the board. 88-54. And we have a foul on Oklahoma. And then we have Oklahoma just more and we have a missed shot there. Lucy Olsen apparently was a transfer, so she was not a teammate of Caitlin Clark from Vanderbilt. Number 4 for Oklahoma, jacking up a 3, and she just makes it. Because why not? You might as well just shoot the 3. This is a blowout. This is a rout. 91-54. Shoots. And number 2 with the nice 3 of her own, cutting the lead to 44. That's 34, pardon me. She's from Collegeville, Pennsylvania. I don't know where that is. Probably somewhere in State College. Olsen probably hiding the tears right now. Her face is red. She's also probably very tired and hot and sweaty. Going out in the second round. Definitely not one of the best Iowa teams of recent memory. Here's Oklahoma. 25 just shoots a 3, and that's off the mark. Rebounded by Oklahoma. Even the backups of Oklahoma want it more than the Iowa backups. She misses. That's going to be a foul. I believe that's so Olsen's mom is crying. There indeed is Lucy. She's crying. Yep, I mean, that's the sad part of it all, you know. When you're in school, whether it's high school or college, these things come to an end. They come to an end. You know, I had my last, I didn't play in college, obviously. But, in high school, my last tennis match, my last football game, albeit I wasn't a senior when that happened, But these last events, they're sad. Especially when you don't go as far as you think you can go. Oklahoma up 93-57. Passing it around is Iowa. 1 minute, 14 seconds to go in this one. And number 1 with a wild pass, but there is a foul, I believe, by Oklahoma. So I don't think they're going to go to the line or anything like that. But they will keep possession. Kind of saved her there. Passes inside to Hayden. Hayden looking off the mark, but it finds an Iowa Hawkeye anyway. That 3 is off the mark. Rebounded by Iowa. Passes to Hayden, who gets the nice 2. 93-59. 56 seconds and counting. Can Iowa break 60 to make it look not as bad? Oklahoma with it. Here's Tot, I believe. Man, everyone's playing. Holy crap. That's the most players I've seen playing a match. That's what happens when it's a blowout. You put in your backups to get some reps in there. 93-59, and I guess we're taking a timeout. That's not annoying at all. Okay, we're not. Okay, good. Inbounding is Oklahoma. Here's Oklahoma with it. Stolen away. No, Oklahoma with it. 5 seconds on the shot clock. She's step back 3. Oh, that's a good shot. 96-59. Can they break 60? Will they even try? Here's number 23. That's not MJ. Number 1 just going to jack up a 3. Oh, she gets it. So they get 60 to not make it look as bad. So that's going to do it in this one. Oklahoma moves on 96-62. And I can finally get off this thing because this was not worth it. But it is what it is. I did it. I made the decision. I can go ahead and look at a real game real quick. Look at that. 41-39. That's a much better game, but it is what it is. You live and you learn. As Florida State and LSU look to get underway. That'll do it for me today. I am getting off. I don't think anyone will ever search this one up, and that's perfectly fine. But if you do, please subscribe. Sorry, it wasn't my best one. You can look at the other ones. They're way better, I promise you. But that'll do it. 96-62 is your final score. This is Dr. DeLay signing off. I'll see you next time. Right here on Dr. DeLay.